What's good, y'all? It's Aaron, aka the Anime Anthology, aka the CEO and editor-in-chief of Off Black Magazine.
And the boy Tento is joining along with them. Commentator, gaming division, and green screen guy with the pink bandana on.
Green Skin got the pick bed that on. And welcome to episode 3 of the Off Screen Podcast. We're gonna be talking about some new developments in the gaming world, along with we might drop our 10 top 10 games. Golly, I can't talk. Top 10 games. Okay, the trend's been going on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok and everywhere. So we thought we would drop our top 10 for y'all. Even though I feel like my top 10 gonna make y'all think I'm uncalled. Actually, you know what? That's a lie. I'm gonna drop some gems. I'm gonna drop some stuff that y'all ain't heard in a long time. Okay, some games y'all ain't think was made before. Okay, but yeah, it's another day. It's another day, and yeah, we might as well just hop right into it, man. What you playing right now, my boy?
Game I'm playing right now would be I'm playing Pac-Man Repack, World 2 4. So I had got the good old Jesus Christ, what's going on over here? I had got the repack edition. If you guys do not know, they remastered Pac-Man World 1 and they remastered Pac-Man World 2. And I beat the first one. I beat the first remaster. I never beat the first regular, but I played the second one the most, and I also did play the third one a decent amount. I beat the second one probably like 6 times already. So I saw they had a remaster. I'm like, okay, bet. So I know the second one like the back of my hand. Let's see how they changed it, how they improved it, what they changed upon it. And so far, a lot of the changes they've done has been pretty damn cool. I will say, I've been enjoying the game thus far. I'm probably going to end up 100% of it and have a good time with it.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't know anybody else that plays Pac-Man. Is that just not basic Pac-Man? Like, what's the difference between Pac-Man and the repack? Is this like the TV show Pac-Man? You got legs
So
and
this,
shit. You running?
yeah, I got
Oh,
legs. This,
okay,
this, 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 this is basically like Super Mario. This is basically Mario 64
interesting.
for Pac-Man.
I did not know about that. I did not know
So
about
you're
that.
platforming, you
Hmm.
jumping, you fighting bosses and whatnot. Yeah,
Doing a damn thing, right? Okay. I
yeah.
I didn't know about that. They got a little Donkey Kong. They got a fake Donkey Kong in that game.
No,
No,
I don't think so.
you don't think so? No, no.
You just gotta fight the ghosts. You got the ghosts. You gotta fight.
Interesting.
You got yeah.
I'm about to look that up. I didn't even know they had that game.
Oh yeah, that's my game, right? That's my childhood right there, heavily.
Pac-Man Repack. Okay. Yeah, no, I think the only Pac-Man games I remember playing is, the ones where you just, riding around, eating up balls.
Yeah,
It's the only Pac-Man I know. Ball goblin, that's it. Oh, the Pac-Man
I
racing
got
game.
I got
Oh, right, you right, you
I
right,
got
you right,
Pac-Man World Run.
you
I got
right,
Pac-Man World Run. This is one of my favorite racing games right here,
you right,
bro.
you right. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I forgot about Pac-Man racing game.
Got all the Pac-Man stuff over here, boy. I'm a Pac-Man fanatic. Can't cap to you. What about you, man? What's your game you've been playing?
So, I finally finished Assassin's Creed Shadows. Clocked in at 132 hours in the
Jesus
game.
Christ.
All I'm gonna say is it's overhated, slightly underrated, but it's probably my top 5 AC games of all time. I was battling between top 5 and top 3. It's a fun game. People hate on it. Some of them racist. Some of them good reason to like, because the story to me again is the story ain't nothing really right home about. But the fantasy of being an assassin and assassinating people and doing that stuff like that is actually really good. I plan on getting a DLC when it's on sale. I need that DLC to buy 50% off. And then I pop that DLC in. I played a little bit of Ball Pit. Ball X Pit. It's a new roguelike that just came out. It's on Game Pass. And I saw some YouTubers and streamers playing it, so I was like, let me check this joint out. And it's fire. Okay. I didn't first of all, I didn't know the roguelike genre was that big. Like there's like a new roguelike game every day. Right? I didn't realize it was
Yeah.
that big. And so I was playing it. And I was just surprised how quality it was. It's really to me more of a PC game than a console game. I did play it on my console, but it's like just the way the controls work, and having to use the right stick to aim the balls and everything. It's like, how do I explain it? It's like you ever play like Space Invaders, or
Yeah.
like I would say kind of like Pong, not Pong. I guess Pong. The ones Brick Breaker.
Yeah.
You remember on the what's it called? The Bluetooth, not the Bluetooth. What's it called? The phones before the regular touchscreen phones. What was they called?
The Blackberries?
Blackberries. Remember it's on Blackberry?
Yeah.
My dad had it on
Yeah.
his Blackberry, and I used to with the little ball and had to scroll. It's like that, right? And so except for like your different characters and like you can and like they call baby balls. You got to bounce them off the wall. They have different abilities. You can evolve some balls. You can combine them and all this shit like that. And it's a fun game, and it's a fun game. So I need to get more into that. The other game I've been balling in is Battlefield 6. I'm not a big shooter. We're gonna talk about shooters. I'm not a big shooter guy. Okay, that's the truth and a lie. But I'm not a big shooter guy. But Battlefield is like my shooter of choice because again, something we're going to talk about in our main topic. But I'm not as big and competitive with shooting. I just want to go and have a good time. And I like how Battlefield is like very role dependent. Like I go be medic, I might get 5 kills, but I'm gonna revive like 40 people. Okay, I'm gonna keep the fight going. We gonna win. We gonna win because I'm out there.
Clear.
Get the fuck up, nigga. Right?
Medic.
Get up. Get back to the fight. Right? Like that's gonna be me. Right? So that I just finished the campaign yesterday. I'm gonna go back and finish a couple challenges, and then I'm never gonna touch it again because it is not that good of a campaign. I'll give it like a 5 out of 10, I think.
5 out of 10.
Looks great though. My girl, she saw the end of it. She thought she was watching a movie. She saw the end of it. She said, "This is like a movie," and I said, "It is like a movie. Actually, it is that fight. It is like a movie. The graphics are very good." I've seen a lot of popping on my Xbox, but Battlefield 6 as a multiplayer game is amazing. Like it really is. I don't think there's anything COD can do to make me go play that instead of Battlefield. Besides zombies. Zombies is the only reason I would even get on COD. Right? And actually, I do enjoy playing the campaigns a little bit. So, but that's not enough to like make me go and play only COD. When COD comes out, I'll play it for like a week and then probably won't touch it again for like a couple months. But Battlefield 6 will see me. It will see me almost every other day. I'll be hopping to do that. So, Battlefield 6 got my heart right now. I don't know. I'm thinking about it right now. Like, as soon as we get off this pod, I will be on Battlefield 6.
I've been playing Red Sec, though. I've been playing the Battle Royale Battlefield 6, and it's been pretty damn fun. Mm-hmm. I didn't feel like spending another $70 on the game, but they said Red Sec was free. Mm-hmm. I was okay. It's been nice. I got
10% off because of Game Pass and EA Play. So it's basically like regular price games from 2 years ago. 2 years ago, the games wasn't $70 like 3 years ago. Okay, 3 years ago the games was $60.
That shit $80.
$80. Shoot.
That shit $100.
That's Nintendo's fault. It's Nintendo's fault. I want people to realize that we keep trying to blame Xbox. Nintendo did it first. They were trying to. They want you to pay your rent on like 4 video games. Okay, so Nintendo was trying to do. But let's move on to our first segment. You know what I'm saying? What's going on in the FGC? What is going on?
Well, first things first, we got a big shout out to Dreamhack Atlanta is happening currently right now as the time we're recording this. But we did wrap up with one of the big games being Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, at SNK game. And it was for a $2.5 million prize pool. And the winner got $1.5 million. And that winner was crowned. Yep, that winner was crowned during this past, like 3 hours ago. I get his name. Give me a second. Zari. Getting that together for you guys one time.
That's like one of those things where you win, right? Well, they win, and then kids telling their mom, "See, mom, I can make money playing video games. He just won $1.5 million. If you just let me cook, mom. If you just let me cook."
His name is Lagia. Lagia won 1 point. Let me make sure I get the calculations right. So for first place, he won $1.5 million. Second place got $300,000.
Life-changing money.
Yes.
Life-changing money.
$1.5 million goes to that man. Congratulations. He is going to be your Fatal Fury winner for the championship. 1.5 is life-changing money. He got down on his knees and started crying. I would have too.
Y'all would have seen the side of me I never seen before. I'd have been bawling my eyes. Man. I'd have been. They had to pull me off that stage with a hook. I'm like, hey man, this is the best day of my fucking life. This is the best day of my life.
Yeah, he is of Japan, if you guys do not know. And I believe
Wait, he won 1.5 million US?
Yes. And he is from Japan.
Woohoo! Oh my gosh. Hey, when he go back home, bro, he ain't got to worry about nothing. Nothing. Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to see our highest place an American player in that event. I think only got. I think our highest place American player. Yeah, we didn't have any American players that got past 25th.
Hey, we might need to get on Fatal Fury.
So
we might need to start grinding. Okay,
So him, but granted, like here's the thing: getting 25th place scored you $2,500.
I'll take that
just for being there.
I'll take that. I'll take 2,500. Shoot,
just for being there. 4th place was $75,000.
I will take that. Okay, I won't even be mad. Yeah. Second, 300,000 for second place. I won't even be mad. You won't even see me have a frown on my face.
3rd place, $150,000.
I wouldn't have a frown on my face. I wouldn't be like, man, I could have won 1.5. I say, hey, man, 300,000, 150. I did my best. All right, that's man.
That happened like legit 2 hours ago from when we just started streaming this. So.
I'm thinking about that conversion rate, man. 1.5 to yen.
Take out the taxes first, and you still got a decent amount of money right there.
He going back home buying a mansion. I'm kidding. He shouldn't do that. He shouldn't do that at all. But in Japan, he probably could though. But he shouldn't do that.
Man, I ain't working for the rest of my life and just going to be a streamer. I'm gonna give coaching sessions, stream.
Come on now.
We could be watching. My stream's gonna be us just watching cat videos for the rest of my life. Chilling game.
I'll play Fatal Fury like once a week. You know what I'm saying? Just to stay.
Maybe.
You know, you use it right, it'll stretch. You use it right, it'll stretch. 1.5.
Man, I'll be telling people if you give me right now, if you gave me $150,000, I'm set for life.
You're not wrong.
I'm set for life. I know exactly what I would do with it because I ain't really got that much debt. All I got is my car I need to pay off. That's it.
That's facts.
That's all I got is my car I need to pay off. Other than that, I'm straight.
Yeah, you give me 300. You give me 300,000. I'm straight. You give me 300,000. I'm paying off all my debts, putting it in a little bank account. I'm good.
I'm straight, bro. Shoot. Like I don't need much. I don't need much at all. Man. So by all means, if anybody wants to do exclamation point donate, appreciate you.
All right, what else we got in FGC? I think I see we got 2 more things written down. What else we got in
Yeah, we also got the good old Frosty Frosting. So if you guys do not know, we have pretty much events that go on. We announce them 6 months beforehand, and they happen usually, and they actually happen all over the world. But I usually focus on US based because that's what most people can go to at this current point in time. Not everybody can travel. I was lucky to go to Mexico, Brazil this year, and Vienna. But right now we have a tournament called Frosty Frostings. It's 15 minutes from my house. Wonderful. And good old in Lombardy, Illinois, not too far away from Chicago. And Riot released their game, as you guys know, 2XKO, their League of Legends fighting game that they are putting out with their League of Legends IP. And they announced that the tournament is going to be a part of the First Impact program. The First Impact program is community ran events, but Riot gives them money so they can actually, boost up the prize pool for the players, give Riot a good eye at what the competition is looking like. Frosty got a real special occasion. They said, all right, so the tournament is free to enter. Yes, free to enter. I didn't tell you that part, so I want to get your real reaction for that one, because you now know the next part I'm about to say. The next part is it's free to enter with $50,000 in the prize pool. Yes, if you get first place, you get $20,000 for winning that event. $50,000 prize pool, first place gets $20K. And that is also some decent amount of money. All right, that's some decent amount of money.
That's a good piece of change. That's a good piece of change.
So that got a lot of attention for sure. I have seen like some of my European homies are actually trying to come out here now to go to that event. But that event is going to be massive. The only downside is that event is the same weekend as Tekken's finale, their World Tour finale in Switzerland. But their finale in Switzerland. So the upside is that if you can't go to either one, in the daytime, if you're in the US, you can watch Frosty. At nighttime, you can watch Tekken because Switzerland is so many hours ahead. Yeah. So yeah.
Plus, I don't think that prize pool for Tekken is as big as that prize pool for TXKL. I don't know. I mean, Tekken.
Yeah. Oh well,
it might be big.
Tekken might be.
Might be big. You think so?
Actually, Tekken might be at the winner might get like $250,000. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Sheesh, man. Ugh.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's big fucking money.
It-
I think, man.
it's-
And the FGC, you know, with the companies buying and selling into it, and really like fostering that community. That's the only way it's going to grow, right? Like, you know, the community, like the individual members have done in a way all they can. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool that the companies are finally stepping in and, you know, really investing into it. You know, because you know the community can only do so much. You know, and especially with how expensive things are getting. You know, as we keep bringing up, you know, if they don't, if the companies don't step up, not as many people gonna go. You know, so I think if Frosty does really good with a lot of the numbers, then I think that does change it. That does change I might change the atmosphere a little bit. If they get really good numbers, a lot of participation, people traveling from around the world, because not only the free registration plus the pretty decent prize pool for that for their game, that might change some heads. That might turn some heads. That's all I'm gonna say. That's what I think.
So just keep that in mind. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time at Frosty's good, and it's definitely gonna be the things where Riot announces because you guys know the inevitable. Riot has a lot of money. That's League of Legends. That is a huge MOBA, huge game, and big IP. With them just casually announcing $50,000 for this game just to test out the waters, I can only imagine what's gonna happen in the future. So there's for that. And then finally, we have Dragon Ball Fighters. The game released in 20. Was that 2018? That was 2018.
Dragon Ball Fighters old as shit.
2018 was when that game was released back then. It was a crazy. Actually, was it 2018?
I'm about to look it up right now.
No, it was 2018.
It was
No,
2018. Yep,
2018.
January 26, 2018. Yep.
Yep. So
PS4.
with that game being released, so at Evo Friends, if you guys do not know, Evolution has expanded to also Evo Friends. We had our first Evo Friends in October last month, and Dragon Ball Fighters was there. And randomly, they announced that they're having new patch updates. They're having a Dragon Ball Legends tournament where they're having all the top dogs like your Sonic Fox, Wawa, Wade, Goichi, all the big names going out there. And they announced a new character, Goku for Daima, the new anime, the newest Dragon Ball anime that's out there. And yeah, just they're saying they're going to be starting to put more support into the game, and they have been updating very fast. They've been having great feedback for the community. They've been communicating with the community constantly about the future changes of the game as well. So I can only imagine what is going to happen with these next couple of months with the game. But it seems like it might be on a full-fledged time to try to make a comeback into fighting games with it being announced. And I know you saying like last time, like they wasn't gonna make a 2.
Hey man. 2018. This released, I would say, not even that. This wasn't even at the end of the lifespan of the PS4 and Xbox One. We were like in the middle, of those lifespans, because like the PS5 and series didn't come to 2020, 2021. So like we're around the end, I guess, of the lifespan, but not the end. Like it wasn't like a 2020 game or like a, you know, it's 2025. This game about to hit a decade, and they said now, I just looked it up. There are 19 DLC characters, and that's with individual DLC characters, over 4 or 5 different games. Oh my gosh, I'm about to go to the Steam page, the Steam DLC page. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Just make a new game. Okay, like and all these are $5. Like it's not like they changed it to $1. I don't even think there's a way. You can't even buy, and some of the fighter passes are $25. So the individual characters are $5. You get the fighter pass is the better deal. You know, the Fighter's Z Pass will grant you access to no less than 6 additional characters. So I mean, each of them are $25. There's been, how many fighter passes has been? This one's around $25. It's been about 3 or 4 fighters pass. That's another $100. Plus, I bet you the game is still full price. The
game, I know it's been on a sale. They'll have like the whole like pass, the one that's like $120 pass. They'll have it for like $40.
Yeah, so
sometimes I've seen a huge sale.
Right now, it's not on sale. It's $60. So to get all the, it's about $200 to get everything in the game. Release a new game. I'm not saying you have to put all the characters, but because this is what they're gonna do to us, okay? And in like a couple years, they will release a 2 or release a new Dragon Ball style fighting game. They will do it, and they're gonna sell you all the same characters again. They're gonna sell you all 8 to 20 different versions of Goku.
Absolute cinema.
They're gonna sell you all of them again.
Absolute cinema.
Hey man, make a new Dragon Ball Fighters 2, please. I'm asking. Make a new Dragon Ball Fighters, man. Golly. Oh, if there's one thing an anime game gonna do, it's gonna milk you. It's gonna set you up. It's gonna go. It's gonna milk it.
It's gonna try. It's gonna use them others, boy.
It's gonna milk it as much as it can, so they don't got to make a new one.
Exactly.
Man,
sorry, I done lost something.
You lost something.
I misplaced it.
Oh my gosh.
It's all good. I'll figure it out.
Somebody in this and we're going to look at more viewer comments toward the if you're watching on YouTube, we do go live on Tento's Twitch page, and we do this. So we do answer some live viewer comments. Somebody said Jump Force could have took off if they kept the support, all that license, and burnt them pockets up. That's not why Jump Force didn't work. The story was trash. They didn't have the netcode set up for competitive fighting. They didn't have a rematch button when it dropped. They didn't have a rematch button until what, like 6 months after? Till 6 months after it came out? Jump Force wasn't. And I'm not even a Jump Force hater. I ain't gonna cap. I liked a lot of things about Jump Force, but Jump Force that was a money grab. They said, "Oh, anime getting popular." I know what I would do. You know, like putting Goku, Luffy, and Naruto on the cover should have let y'all know. Should have let y'all know who this was made for. Should have let y'all know who this was made for. It was not made for us. Keiwa Asta Aizen was on there. That's for real. If you're playing it for the story, you're wrong off rip. Come on now. The story was like 12 hours long. With cutscenes. Full cutscenes. Okay? Full cutscenes. I'm just saying, right? Like, if they had went the Street Fighter route where it was just missions and you just hop in the mission or you pick one character and you go through their story, then I'd agree with you. This was a full-fledged campaign with a twist villain. A twist villain. Okay? You created your own character to be in this thing. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say.
There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in that game, bro. I can't. I don't think I ever played it either. That's the crazy part about it.
You want to hear something funny about Jump Force? There was I was at GameStop. A couple years ago, and I'm about to go in. I ordered some food. There's a plate. I ordered some food from a place next to it. Whatever. I'm about to go in. I see this family walk out. And they look kind of happy. I'm like, what are they so happy about? Like, why are you guys happy? And the kid's walking out, and this is a year after Jump Force has come out. The kid's walking out, and he has Jump Force in his hands. And he's looking up. He's like, oh, I got Jump Force. Stuff like that. They're like, yeah. And I tried to stop him. I said, hey, wait, they're about to pull support for that game. He won't be able to play online. The game technically won't exist in a week. I just want to let y'all know. They all looked at me like I was crazy. They gave me the all like that look when a homeless man walks up to you, start trying, starts asking for change, right? They like I was a homeless man asking for change. They was like, and I'm just trying to tell them, hey, return the game, but do it now. Do it now.
Do it now. Don't do it.
It's gonna be. They're not gonna. The support is dead. The support is dead for the game. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
They did it.
I feel bad for that kid, man. That kid went home, turned it on, played through like the first 2 missions in the story, and was like, "This shit is ass." Went to try and play online. Servers kept rolling. No, because no one was playing at that time online. Servers just kept rolling. He's bugging his cousin. Please play with me. Please play with me.
Ain't nothing there, bro.
Ain't nothing there, bro. The content
ain't nothing there, bro.
The content is gone. Jump Force is dead. You can't help everybody. You try your best to help people. Be a good person. Be a good Samaritan. And I feel bad for that family, man. They went home with a game that got support pulled in like 8 months.
It can happen to you. Be careful, guys.
It can happen to you. It can happen to you. It's like a PSA. It's like a PSA.
Don't do it.
Have you bought?
Wait,
Have
wait.
you ever bought a game that got pulled support 6 months after? Welcome to. I'll say the good old PSA about that. That's funny as shit. Oh my gosh. Oh, all right. Go that kind of go to our main topic for the day. Main topic for the day. We're talking about the shooter genre right now, right? Battlefield 6 just dropped. Red Sec just dropped. COD 7 is coming out in, I think, a week or two. I think
Oh damn,
a
that isn't
week or
coming out.
two. I think it's like November 15th or something like that, 16th or 17th. And Xbox just dropped the news. Halo campaign evolved.
November 14th.
November 14th. So yeah, we got a week and a half,
Yep.
2 weeks, right? And Xbox just dropped the news. Microsoft dropped the news that Halo campaign evolved, the remake of the campaign from Combat. No, is it from Combat Evolved? I think it's campaign from Combat. Campaign from Combat Evolved
Combat
will
Evolved.
be on PS5. PS5, right? Like what is going on here? What is going on?
I sat there and heard that, and I was like, "So you mean to tell me that Xbox gave up Gears of War and Halo within the same year on their rivals' console?
I just and that
The games that defined them, defined the Xbox." And it's like, damn.
and as someone who last pod I was saying I don't totally believe in exclusives except for the Legacy Collection. Your Legacy Collection should never be off your thing. Again, as I'll continue my truth that I don't think most people buy things specifically for exclusives, but some people do. A good amount of people do, right? But I'll say the majority don't, right? In my opinion, I don't got no statistics or facts behind that. My opinion. But this is the kind of move, and this is what people have been saying. This is the kind of move that shows that your console is kind of dying, right? That shows that you've given up on it, right? Especially, talk about sales numbers, revenue numbers, all that. I don't want to get into that, but this is the kind of move where you're like, y'all kind of giving up, huh? And it's like, it'd be like if The Last of Us went on Xbox at this point, I wouldn't give it. I wouldn't care, right? Who cares? Who cares? The Last of Us has been remade 6 times, right? But if The Last of Us 3 comes out and it's on Xbox the same day as it's on PlayStation, it would be crazy. It would be crazy. The streets would be
Pandemonium.
There'd be riots in the streets. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Come on now.
It's scary, bro, for real. Like it is telling, as you said, it's like, dang, what's going on with it? And like I was just thinking to myself, damn, can you imagine The Last of Us or like Uncharted or like Infamous on Xbox?
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. It.
Well, technically it is though. God of War is on Xbox.
I mean, yeah, it will be. It will be. It will be on Xbox.
Exactly, because of PC. Yep. So like, yeah,
Xbox. That's another conversation to have. I feel like their reasoning for this is that, and we'll talk a little bit more about the handheld later in the pod, but I want to get the handheld, and originally I was turned off by the price. I thought it was gonna be around $800 for the upscale version, but it's $1,000, which I think is crazy. But you have the execs talking, they're like, "Hey, this is our vision for the future of Xbox." So if your handheld is $1,000 and it has the Microsoft Windows, all the marketplaces and all the power and stuff like that, right? What can we expect for the next console to have, right? The price for the console. Because I promise you, if they drop a $1,200 or if they drop it $1,000 plus, $1,000 plus, that is my $1,000. Anything above that, I cannot justify for a console. Because if that's the case, I could just build another PC. That I could play downstairs.
I'm starting to understand the PC side of things now that I got one and I've been using it. After I've been upgrading mine and using mine more, I see the whole sentiment of like, if it's on PC, I'm fine. The only downside, of course, is that some ports on PC are not the same as console because they're made by third parties. So it's not as polished as can be. So it does make that a little sad. But overall, it's like console.
But I don't think we have that problem once Microsoft goes full PC hybrid.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, they pretty much initiating that right
Exactly.
now.
We
So
don't
yeah,
have that problem anymore. Like the biggest games in the world, the AAA, the quadruple A games will have to be optimized for PC just like they are for console day one, because if not, it messes up everything. You know? So I feel like that has to happen now.
Mm.
Not just that's like I think that's what I'm saying. Like it's but I said $1,000 is my threshold for a console for a home device. $1,000 is my threshold. Anything above that, I can literally build a PC with similar or better specs. Especially if I wait till a Black Friday deal. You wait till a Black Friday deal, you can get the most expensive thing gonna be the GPU. Everything else is just nickel and diming you. You know what I'm saying? So like I just that's why this putting Halo on there, putting Forza on PS5, putting Gears on PS5. Microsoft, it's called Microsoft Flight Simulator and it's on PlayStation. That changed the name. Now it's just Flight Simulator. It's not even Microsoft Flight. It's just Flight Simulator now. Okay, like that. I just don't. I don't. I think. I mean, it's in the end. It's going to be good for. It's going to be slightly good for their pockets because they make more money because it's on more storefronts. But it's not good for the culture of the console. And so I made a good comment in the viewer comments talking about and this is what Pete Parsons, I believe that's the guy's name. And this is why I said also in the last one that it is not. I wouldn't blame this on Sarah Bond. I wouldn't blame this on Phil Spencer. I wouldn't blame it on either of them because it's not them. It's Satya Nadella. It's Pete. It's I believe his name is. I don't think it's Pete Parsons, but I can't remember his name. But Satya Nadella. It's not the woman who's the CFO. Whatever. It's not. I mean, sorry. It's them too. CFO, Satya. The people in charge of Microsoft. They saw the Xbox division and they're like, "Hey, we're not making what we deem enough profit." That's what they're saying. Because and then they come to Phil and Phil's like, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. And then they just go over his head and do it anyway. And so, or he makes it. He's like, you know what? I'll agree with you. You know what I mean? And keeps going with it. But Halo to me feels like one of those things was like the beginning of the end. Hopefully it's not, but it feels like that.
We're gonna see how Halo feel on PlayStation, man, because it's gonna be like one of those things. Damn, we really got Halo and Gears on PlayStation.
It's not gonna feel right. You're gonna be using that controller. It's not gonna feel the same. Not gonna feel the same in my opinion. It's gonna feel different. But I don't know. Something that was erupting online recently. Battlefield 6 is a game for casuals, and apparently people have a problem with that. There was and I have to find it. I have to find what's it called? I have to find the tweet. It was this woman. She's a streamer, and she was getting mad because she was like, "Oh, casuals hate that someone's good at the game. When somebody goes and gets like 40 kills in a match." I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't care if you get 40 kills in a match if we lose. I don't care about your KD. This ain't this
Well,
ain't.
you playing OBJ?
You say it again.
Well, you playing OBJ?
OBJ. OBJ.
Objective. Where you
Objective. I know what you mean. I was like OBJ. That's a
Yeah.
funny way to say it. You play the objective, right? This ain't Call of Duty. All right. Like the map is big for a reason. The map ain't Call of Duty. The biggest map in Call of Duty is like one area in a Battlefield game. It's like, so they would say that the game's for casuals and that people are mad about it. I don't know. As someone you've played Red Sec a little bit, so I haven't played that yet. So how do you feel about it?
Battlefield for casual. It's just everyone always like. You're always gonna have people that disagree with something. There's no one gonna have to use. There's like I always say like this. Everyone cannot be happy. It's impossible to make everybody happy. There's someone that's gonna find an issue with something somewhere in some category. It's always thing. For example, this is just one example I always say, and I said this on my stream last time. Say for instance, everybody that's watching right now, all of us, everyone gets $1 million. Just say when. If everyone gets $1 million, you know what the problem is? Statistically, just statistically, I'm not saying anybody would do it, but statistically, one person of us that gets that $1 million is going to ask, why can't I get two? If you got the power to give everybody $1 million, why can't I get $2 million? Greed exists. And there's always going to be someone that always wants more of something in a category where it's already feels like it's fulfilled, but to them it's not fulfilled. It's always like that. It's universally like that. So I say to this, I'm like, to each his own. If you feel like it's casual, okay, they're still going to play. You feel like it's competitive, okay, they're still going to play the game. The game is still going to be played regardless. I promise you. I promise you the game is still going to be played. Casual, competitive, it don't matter. People are going to play the game. That's the bottom line. They don't care. Like, when you look at it, I don't think of this as a corporate standpoint. Look at a company. Do they care who's competitive or casual? No, they're gonna look at this. Who's playing the game? Exactly. Is it still 1 million people? Does that say player queue? Does that player queue still say like 10,000 people? That's cool if they see that. That means people are still playing the game, and that's all that matters.
I got dropped in a queue yesterday, and I said, "What the fuck am I in the queue for?" I said, "The game been out for 2 weeks. I'm still in the queue."
I got queued the other day too. I was like, 1,000 players in the queue. I'm like, what do you mean?
This game's been out for 2 weeks already. I ain't never seen that shit before. Like,
I was like, yeah, I was confused too. So yeah,
the people. I mean, I think, and to a degree, as a grown person now, right? When I was a kid, and I could come home and play, back in the day, the Halo 1, do COD, and I could just sit there and play all night. All I had was school in the morning. I didn't have a job. I had to do none of that, right? I still wasn't too competitive, but I cared a little bit more about being competitive. I cared a little bit more about, back then I probably would have been like, I don't like skill-based matchmaking. Me, I'm like, nah, I'm okay with it. But like back then I probably would have had more of a problem with it, right? But as an adult, I ain't gonna lie, getting on Battlefield, playing like, and my only problem with Battlefield, I think the matches are too long to a degree. But outside of that, getting on Battlefield, being able to play medic, being able to play my role, getting out there for 20 minutes, not having to worry too much about having a positive KD, not having to worry too much about, movement tech, and, was the guy going to do a double 360 slide the Ruski off the pool and hit me from across the map with a knife. I don't got to worry about none of that. I'm not going to play Battlefield. I could just go in there, have a good time, shoot a few people, res a few people around medic, and still be top 10ish on a leaderboard and be like, I did good today. I did good. I feel accomplished. I feel like I did something today, right? Because when I play Call of Duty, I'm just frustrated 90% of the time because I get spawn killed. I run across a thing, and next thing you know, a goddamn hatchet then bounced off of 4 walls and hit my ankle, and I died. Now I'm pissed. But yeah, I think so. In some ways, we've lost the way, right? And I think that that's bleeding into a lot of other games with how competitive we want every game to be. Instead of focusing on just having fun, I just want to have fun. I don't want to have to go in here, and that's why that's the only time I like the sweat thing. Like I don't think sweats are necessarily that big of a problem. People who want to play good at the game, but that's the only time I feel like I feel like when I say play certain games, I got to sweat. Like when I used to play Destiny PvP, I was stinky. Okay, I was sweating through my shirt. I'd have to switch shirts. When you playing Destiny PvP, especially back in the day, you had to sweat. If you wasn't sweating, you wasn't trying. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the conversation has derailed. It's where we're caring too much about being, and also people are like, oh, you get mad because the person's good at the game. No, I get mad because you got 40 kills and we lost. You ain't captured one objective. You ain't cap one objective. We want
to get some kills, go to TDM.
Go to squad deathmatch. Go to King of the Hill. There's places for that. Just don't come to my conquest map. Don't come to my breakthrough game and start being like, hey man, I got 30 kills. Keep up. I don't give a shit. We ain't break through the first group because you was over there getting kills in the back of the map. We supposed to be capturing the next. I'm getting into it. Let me not get into it. Okay, but yeah. I think the last thing besides, there's a lot of other shooting games that are cropping up and everything. But you said COD is coming out soon, and there's been a lot of not necessarily controversy, but COD has been getting leaked like crazy. COD 7 has been leaked like crazy.
I have not seen a single leak because I do have things muted on Twitter, and my algorithm is mostly set to fighting game stuff. Some gaming things stuff are all here and there, but for the most part, yeah, COD wise is I do have the word leak, and like most of the people that give the leaks out or say I have them muted already, so I have not seen a single thing about it.
Yeah, I've seen a couple because I'll be at work watching YouTube, but I've seen a couple things, and I you know what, I'll give it up to them for trying to get ahead of the leaks, They've been doing a good job, in my opinion, getting ahead of them and just dropping new details about everything. Like they've released, what's it called, a Vidoc or whatever they call that thing, where
Vidoc.
the COD developers are talking about new stuff comes to the game, new maps for zombies, new maps for multiplayer. Actually, I'm gonna put it on the screen. They actually released the road map. And I say this actually did get, and I hate this about myself. This actually did get me, I hate a little excited to play COD. I don't like that I was excited because I'm really a sucker. I hate that. I'm really a sucker, bro. Like I just be excited for games. And I don't know if you can see it, but COD, they recently released, they call it the biggest Black Ops ever. 30 plus maps. This is what's playable at launch. These are what's going to be added in season 1. These are the maps they're adding plus more. The new zombies map, two new zombie survival maps. And this is them trying to get ahead of the leaks, because people have been already leaking this kind of stuff and they're just trying to get ahead of it. And so this is them doing that by just saying, you know what? Fuck it, we're gonna give you everything.
I'm crying because of the fact that two things right here. The first thing I'm crying about is the fact that I remember someone said, y'all really put Nuketown and Black Ops every single time.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one thing I thought. But I am happy about the fact that I see Standoff.
Yes, sir.
I love Standoff. And if that's Meltdown, I think it is Meltdown.
Yes, it is.
I like Meltdown.
Yes, it is. They got some hits in here, man. They got some hits that I actually, people talk about Express. I like Express map. That's map with the 2 trains underneath and the overpass that just run in. I like the Express map. I spend a lot of time on it.
Is that OG Raid?
That's all.
Is that OG Raid?
It might be. Which one? Where is it at?
Raid. Over there at the launch.
It might be. I don't know. I'd have to.
Is it Black Ops 2? Return for Black Ops 2? It is Raid.
Yep. Raid for Return from Black Ops 2.
I love Raid.
Yeah, they brought. I like Express. Hijack.
That single-handedly might actually make me buy the game. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey man, I looked at it, I got excited. I said, oh no. you ever look at a game announcement and you're like, ah shit.
You said, God dang it.
Yeah, that's how I saw the Call of Duty one.
They got me again.
They got me again, man. My pockets are hurting already. Please leave them alone. Leave my pockets alone. And that's why I saw that announcement. I was like, wow. It's like, wow. Not y'all doing it to me again. Luckily, I got Game Pass, so I don't have to buy it fully. But I'm low key a Game Pass show. I hate that for me.
As long as, like I said, for me, it's just like as long as Zombie's decent, that's probably the main thing I care about right now. The only, like I said, the only point in time I'm buying Call of Duty is mostly due to zombies.
Yes, I agreed. Same. I think, like I said, like the Black Ops campaigns have been mid the past like 3 or 4 years, but I used to buy it for like Black Ops 3, like Black Ops 2. I bought that for the campaign and for zombies. You know, like I really enjoyed the campaign, had a good amount of time in that, and then I think Black Ops 2 is Transit, great time in that, and I bought all the DLC I think for Black Ops 2. For zombies DLC, I bought all of it. I bought Chronicles 1. I bought Chronicles Pack 1, and I played every map. And I tried to 100 round every map. I was in there deep. And 100 rounding a map takes forever, so that was a lot. 100 rounding new maps are even worse. But the new maps look cool. Ashes of the Damned looks cool. I was gonna show you some gameplay because you said you haven't seen any gameplay yet. So
we're locking in.
Watch a little bit of this gameplay. This is
wait, crap! I need to turn the volume up.
I don't have my volume's not on, so that's probably why.
I can hear it now.
Oh, you can? Okay, yeah, because my volume's not on. But they're not like...
That's a hologram?
Yes, sir. Dropped a grenade on them, popped them out. This is from like a month ago. This is like, I think either right before or right after they had that, the streamers went and watched the beta or whatever. Our streamers went and played the beta.
Oh, the Peacekeeper's back?
Okay. That's my gun right there. I love the Peacekeeper. So you don't have raw running per se, but you have like raw jumping. You can jump off of walls. Akimbo.
Did he go from single to Akimbo? That was crazy.
That's crazy.
That poor man's exploded.
Oof. Yeah, I'm not, like I said, I hate when I watch something and it makes me excited for it. But as someone who played a good amount of Black Ops 6, not a lot, probably at most like 50 hours. Because I did do I did beat 2 Easter eggs before. Actually, I beat 2 Easter eggs, and one of them I beat before they brought out the tutorial for it. So I got like the OG I have the call sign that says like, oh yeah, you beat this before the tutorial came out. But it still got me a little bit excited when I went and watched it. Not gonna lie.
If someone buy it for me, I'll do it.
Score streak dog. The score streak is dog. You got that dog in you, do you? You got that dog in you.
Someone just need to buy the game for me. It's raid again, bro. They really got raid again, bro.
All this robot stuff.
Oh my god.
I can't wait to play as Nicki Minaj in this.
I'm dead.
Boom. Oh, golly.
Going crazy with the shotty, bro.
Yes, sir. Call of Duty Black Ops 7. That's the thing. And then the zombies, they did do a zombies reveal. Which is the zombies is like it's similar to transit now, except for you drive. Like you can actually drive it.
I'm driving.
You're driving. Like you actually drive now versus like there's a car that you can drive around the map. The map is huge. The zombies map is huge.
You better be using the PS5.
I won't be on the PS5. I will be on the Xbox. Black Ops 7 Zombies. I still have to beat the Easter egg for the last 2 maps on Black Ops 6. Not gonna lie. I'm actually do. And they said they're moving over.
Richthofen is back.
That's not Rick. Oh yes. Yeah. You got the loop, my boy. You got the loop. We might have to do an episode just on Black Ops Zombies lore because you got the loop, my boy.
They back. Why Richthofen back?
He's back, man. That's a dark ether. That's the dark ether version of Richthofen. How well do you know the lore?
I watched the whole 7-hour video on the lore.
Okay, yeah. Now I think I probably watched the same video. Yeah, Richthofen back. That's new. It's a dark ether version.
Because everybody lost their souls. I see.
Rosie's Diner. I didn't even know this was in here. That's the OG map.
It looks like you can akimbo any gun now. Damn near.
Akimbo 2 machine guns. Wisp tea. That's the new drink.
That's definitely a new one.
Oh, that's the Wonder Weapon. Was the Wonder Weapon? Oh shit. Actually, I have not watched this. I've watched people play the map. I actually have not watched this trailer.
The car doesn't start, so you gotta actually. I am going to lose my mind if I gotta fight a bear.
I ain't gonna lie. Everything I've seen from the bear actually looks mad easy. The bear actually looks mad easy to kill. Everything I've seen from the bear actually looks
man.
The bear does not look like a problem.
The bears.
Tigers, bears. Oh my. And that's like I'll say the biggest critique I've heard from people playing the beta and the streamers and everything is that it is fundamentally the same gameplay as Black Ops 6. Like they have not changed.
I didn't play Black Ops 6 at all.
And I feel like that's kind of who this game is for. If you didn't play Black Ops 6 but you were like, man, this looks like, if you're like, especially since all the old maps they're bringing back, especially in season 1 and in launch, this is definitely for people like, this is supposed to be their return to form for Black Ops. This is supposed to be like, everybody's back. The OG Zombies crew is back. David, what's his name? What is that guy's name?
Protagonist.
No, the
protagonist.
Yeah, the protagonist. His son is back. David Mason. David Mason. Is Alex the dad,
Mason,
or is David the dad?
Alex is the dad. David's the son. And then they had Woods.
Woods.
I don't know if Woods is. don't. Well, I don't
No,
even
Woods
know
isn't dead. Woods was in the
canonically.
Black Ops 6 campaign, so he's not dead.
He was
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
he's not dead.
Because like canonically, it depends if you had a good ending, then Woods was alive. You got the bad ending, Menendez killed him. So I was
I
like, yeah.
think it's interesting. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I don't know how they're gonna marry this. My problem with Black Ops, and this is where I might defer people. They try to move the main overarching story in Black Ops 6 through the multiplayer expansions and the seasons, which I think is stupid. So like basically when a new season would come, they'd give you a new cutscene and dialogue, and it'd be like, oh yeah, we're going here and stopping these guys. And all it was an announcement of new skins in the battle pass, right? And they'd say like the story is progressing. It's fucking stupid. I don't know why Call of Duty doesn't drop a story DLC. I'd pay for it, not gonna lie. I would maybe pay for it.
You want a story DLC?
I would do it. I feel like they're at the point now where think about how good, even though Black Ops 3 is a outlier, but still continues the story. The Black Ops 3 story was so good that people wanted more of it. Like the first thing everybody played was a story. When you got Black Ops 2, 90% of people was like, hey, let me boot this up. I need to know what happens to the Masons. I need to know what happens to Alex. You know what I mean? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? The numbers was plaguing him in Black Ops 1. Now he out. Are we gonna kill Reznov or not? Right? Like you wanted to know what this story was about. And then now, we're at this, new level of Call of Duty, and they're starting to phone it in with the story, and people literally aren't liking it. Like, and I feel like Call of Duty was never just multiplayer. It was always the full experience. You had to lick up, the what's it called? Something of the litter. Like you could play with anything, right? You love zombies, you could just play all zombies. You like the campaign, you can play the campaign, and it's a decent campaign. Might not be the best thing you've ever seen in your life. Decent campaign, you can enjoy that. You want to play multiplayer, you can play your multiplayer, and it was enough for everybody. Now we're at this point where we're adding DLC to the zombies, they're adding DLC to this, but why not just keep building out the campaign? In my opinion, I know people might disagree. My opinion, you give me. I would low key.
Me
if it's another 7. Think of it. Another 7 hours of campaign missions with new mechanics and new story beats that connects with the multiplayer or whatever. Right? I would do it.
The only reason I say no is like because I'm not gonna say it was a failure, but I think about Marvel Avengers, the game that they had made when they added a new campaign and whatnot, and I was like, wait, people still play this? Like, I didn't even know about like at that point. So with COD is usually the thing you do with campaign is usually campaign is a fill-in for when you waiting for the online to load up so you can play with your friends. 'Cause the bottom line is people play campaign to pass the time because you buy Call of Duty, you play online or zombies with your friends. That's the bottom line what Call of Duty is. Now, to what you said, campaign back in the day, Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 campaign is one of the best Call of Duty, if not the best Call of Duty campaign we have had. Truthfully, besides Modern Warfare 2, where people beloved and whatnot, and the continuation of that. Other than that, widely announced. Since then, Black Ops 3. See, Black Ops 2 did so much stuff right with capturing lightning in the bottle. I legit played that game till I am so serious, I got physically sick looking at that game. That's how much I played Black Ops 2. I'm not even lying. Black Ops 3 couldn't quite do that because then you had the issue of trying to live up to what you had on Black Ops 2 and also the direction of do we want boots on the ground? We had advanced warfare, we got this thruster pack, what do we want to do with this? And people wasn't feeling it too well. So then you had this big gas, like this divide that was happening. They tried to rekindle it with going back and boots on the ground with World War II. Didn't quite pan out too well. People didn't like how they did that either. So then you had Infinite Warfare, not too much. Black Ops, Cold War, and then you had this really just. Then you did the re-release of the remasters of Call of Duty
Modern Warfare.
Now, Modern Warfare first one, great. Modern Warfare 2, I would damn near say almost perfect.
What? I don't know if I say all that, but okay.
I was actually take that. Modern Warfare, the first Modern Warfare, the remaster one. 2. The thing they upgraded in my regard, very good. But actually, now I'm thinking about it, the first one was better than the second one, in my opinion. Then 3,
trash.
What did we do here? It's like you had the ball rolling because like you had Black Ops, I think it was 4 or 5 where they introduced Battle Royale Blackout.
Yes. Yeah.
And then Modern Warfare, with Warzone. I'm like, okay, you did it. This is a nice battle royale. You have great multiplayer. I enjoyed this game. I actually genuinely enjoyed this game. That was the last Call of Duty I'd say I bought, and I said, you know what? I'm glad I bought it. Modern Warfare 2 was the last. Modern Warfare 1 was the last game that I bought and I enjoyed. The last game that I bought that was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I could say I got what I wanted worth out of it, but it didn't live up to Modern Warfare. And then, like I said, the campaigns, I don't even remember them.
I think
I just remember having fun with my boys.
I think that's like, it's like this. Like, well, why Battlefield 2042 failed, and this is something I said when it came out that they weren't having a campaign and it was going to be multiplayer only. I said that game's going to fail, and this is just my sincere belief is that you don't necessarily need a campaign to be successful. We all know that, right? Overwatch has been successful, Fortnite, a lot of these games nowadays have been successful without a campaign or even a semblance of a campaign, right? But when you come to these storied, franchises, Battlefield, Bad Company, those campaigns built on each other were pretty good, right? Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 5 campaigns were 4's is, I'd have to remember, but I'm pretty sure I remember 4 is better than 5's. But those ones, Battlefield 1 campaign, mission based, whatever, right? But the gameplay for the multiplayer is really good, right? But like usually, I don't think there's a problem with giving people options. And I think when you start taking stuff away and saying that you're giving me more, when you're actually taking something from me, that you end up with you end up with 2042. You end up with 2042, right? And so like that's how I think about it with Call of Duty, right? The reason why I wasn't a big fan of the remake of Modern Warfare is because they ruined Special Ops. Special Ops became redundant because they made them little Warzone clones. You end up just dropping in and running around. I'm like, that's not what Spec Ops was. Spec Ops was about teamwork. Okay, you had one person was up in the plane, the other person was on the ground spotting out people for them to shoot, and if you could kill them. That was friendly fire. You could not turn friendly fire off. You had to be smart. You had to be You had to be cohesive, right? And there was a lot of thought process, a lot of engineering going into that we just don't have now with like the release of Modern Warfare, right? And that's even what happened with Zombies, right? Black Ops 3 Zombies was I feel like was more as a cult favorite than a fan favorite, right? And it took them to get into Black Ops 6, which I think was probably their best zombies in a while, right? And Black Ops 7 hopefully continues that trend, but it just took a while for them to get back to it because they kept trying to make something different, trying to take things away and say, hey, I'm giving you more. Right, Black Ops. I believe Black Ops 3 or I think it was 4. That's when we had the first like really mystical map or whatever. Because Black Ops 3 was the future on mystical map. They dropped one zombies map, and that was for like 4 or 5 months. I beat that Easter egg like twice. I'm like, when's the next map coming out? When's the next map coming out? Man, I was trying to solo the Easter egg. It was so ridiculous, right? Because soloing an Easter egg is ridiculous. Like you have too much time in your hands if you solo an Easter egg, right? Or you're very dedicated. I'm not gonna say you're a bad person, but I'm just saying it's ridiculous, right? And like we they were taking things away and saying I'm giving you more when they weren't giving us more. That's why I feel like that campaign in some of these stories, like these games, this legacy, and that had good campaigns. But if you gave me a drop and said, "Hey, we're gonna give you $15, 5 to 6 more hours campaign missions," I might drop that. I might drop it. Right now, if you drop it like with your other DLC packs, hey, you get the zombies, you get the new maps, new guns, plus 5 hours of story. You tell me $30, I might get that. That's halfway to a new game. That's literally halfway to a new game right there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'll be bullshitting, okay? I'll be bullshitting. All right?
You mess with it. we in a real state because it's like, what do you want to aim? What do you want to do this balanced thing about it? And then games are costing more and people feel like they're receiving less. Me personally, I say with Call of Duty and like 2K and those things, it's like they have a new one every year. What are you doing different? Not too much. That's the main reason why I stopped buying those games. Because I'm just like, yeah, that's my biggest thing. Other than that, each his own. Whichever you enjoy. But that's really why I strayed away from those games, because I feel like I'm really just buying the same thing every year, just a different title.
I stopped buying Call of Duty. I think at like either Ghosts or Advanced Warfare. When they put the aliens in, I said, you lost me. But I think But yeah, I think if Call of Duty wasn't on Game Pass, I probably wouldn't play it. I wouldn't buy it. That's just me though. I wouldn't do it. But before we continue, we're gonna take a quick ad break, and we're gonna come back. What's good, y'all? It's Aran, aka the CEO and editor in chief for Off Black Magazine. If you made this far through the video, I really appreciate you. And you're just one step away from checking out all the amazing articles and stories we have for you on offblackmag.com. If you go to the link in the description, you will find multiple stories on anime, manga, comics, and hopefully in the future, video games, and so much more. We're working on more events and doing more stuff with the community. So we'd really appreciate it if you click that link, check out an article, and also tell us how you feel. Thank you, and let me get you back to your regularly scheduled program. Hey, welcome back from the break. We're gonna go ahead and tackle our second topic for today. This one we actually have a lot of subtopics, so we're not gonna go. We better not actually get too much into this one. We might actually come back to this one not necessarily when it becomes more relevant, but when more developments happen on it, because there's a lot of stuff going on. This is something that I think everyone there's such a mixed reaction on this topic. I think me and Tento are kind of aligned on it, but there's a lot of mixed reactions on it depending on what side you're on, right? Bloomberg, Business Insider reported that several unnamed EA employees complained about the mandate to increase AI usage in the company. So they're trying to use more generative AI in your favorite EA games. Okay, and that they're saying that complained, according to these sources, AI programs like an in-house chatbot called Reef GPT are being pushed in just about everything. For example, AI is allegedly being used to generate code, which requires quite a bit of cleanup later. And as somebody, I will say, in my main job, my day job, I do some coding, and AI chatbots, they routinely don't understand the nuance, and that's the biggest problem, right? Like, you're writing a code and you're trying to create something specific. They give you a stock code. They just give you stock. Hey, this is compared to what you have here. This is what we're saying, but there has no nuance to it. So you end up spending more time fixing it versus using it. And so devs have been complaining about that. They said from areas such as level design have been tasked with helping the in-house chatbot to learn their work too, which sparks fears that they may be replaced, which is crazy to me. Because again, we talk about nuance. Robots do not have nuance. Computers do not have nuance. Okay? You can tell it to put a vampire on this part of the level, and it may put it somewhere else thinking at similar coordinates, or it might do and then you have to clean it up. You have to move it a little bit. You have to do certain things. And so some employees have also been mandated to use the technology to increase their efficiency using AI as some sort of thought partner. Ridiculous. The report also cited a former senior employee at Respawn who believes their team was let go due to AI being used in some parts of the QA process by feeding the machine with play test feedback. It's not entirely surprised that these changes are happening, considering EA CEO Andrew Wilson has defended AI since 2023, claiming that the technology would augment our incredible teams. And again, there's more we could talk about that the report went into. A former God of War executive, Megan Morgan Junio, defended generative AI in game development. She claims AI is a tool that can augment the developer's capabilities, and the technology will continue to evolve whether people embrace it or not. Whew.
Yeah, if you guys do not know, I am I'm speaking for myself, very fuck AI and all together in these things. There's categories now, I'm not saying all together. There's some categories where AI is good, like for example, if AI can predict where a cancer cell could be found within someone and we can use that to prevent, that is the type of stuff I'm cool AI being used with. Taking people's jobs? No. Absolutely fucking not. Because never moving backwards and you're going to create problems for most people in the world, and they're going to end up dragging politicians out of their freaking. Nope, not going to go that far. Bottom line is, it's not going to be good long term for people because you're going to put more and more people off the job. Hence the layoffs that we have seen at multiple outlets, including people like Twitch. And I think we were talking about like EA's also getting there too. And yeah, it's like it's going to cause more of a divide more than anything.
It's gone more harm than good, and I think you said, it's already doing it, right? Like the generative AI craze to me, because there's different types of AI. Like a lot of it more accurately could be called machine learning versus AI, but AI is catchier. And we already see it. Like, Call of Duty used generative AI and they got blasted for it in Black Ops 6, which is one thing. Again, that turned people's noses up to the game. They used it for some images that that they use in between, waiting for a game or something like that, concept art, stuff like that. They use generative AI that people have problems with. And one, for the most part, it doesn't look good. Two, in my opinion, it makes your company look lazy. It makes them look lazy because AI,
You don't
that you
care.
don't care. AI, it hallucinates. It makes shit up, right? And so that's the product you want to give me. You want to give me a product that is not good. And I mean, EA leading the charge is actually hilarious because EA is one of the most hated gaming companies out there. I'm not going to say for good or bad, but that is just the chatter. EA, it doesn't have the best representation, and so for them to be the ones kind of seemingly one of the ones leading this charge from the main AAA front doesn't a good look on them either. I mean, it just like, that comment about devs saying that they're doing more cleanup work than development work. That we already have long dev cycles between games. Would that not increase that dev cycle? Because now you give the whoever the guy in charge tries to simulate the game and send it to you. Now you spend another week fixing what he did, and so I think we're I don't want to say we're going in a backwards direction because this is technically a new direction, but we're going in a way where this doesn't help, and instead is going to end up hurting an already stressed industry, And so I don't know, man. But yeah, EA being the one leading this charge is hilarious. It's not something. It's just I don't know.
It's like, God damn it, you guys strike again, huh? Who would have thought?
Getting bought by Jared, what's his name? By Trump's son-in-law, Saudi Arabian company. Then almost immediately, because this report came out, it came out 5 days ago. So, and almost immediately saying, yeah, all y'all doing coding, get out. We don't need you anymore. I can just type in a prompt and it creates a game. Like that piece of crap that people post on Twitter talking about, I'd play this game in a heartbeat. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
And what's crazy about it is that I'm 90% sure that's a bot just cause it just stirs, bruh. Like, that's the worst part about that. I just know it's a bot that just causing stirs. So,
it's such a like the last part about this, the report talked about other companies have been diving into AI, like Subnautica 2's publisher Crafton has committed to being a so-called AI first company. The company intends to automate work and implement an AI-centered management system using the technology to solve complex problems and improve productivity. And so it's like, what does that like? Next thing, what does that mean? Because I just don't know. I mean, there's a reason why. I mean, we've been changing the process for dev. And that's even in animation. People were trying to get on into the Spider-Verse because the creators like, yeah, we did use AI, but they didn't use generative AI like in the set, and they use AI in a different way. They helped with in betweens. Like when they're doing animations, they had somebody draw the key art for this one, then somebody draw the key art for the next one, and then not animation works. It's just a bunch of pictures being flicked at a certain frames per second, and they have somebody draw this frame and that frame, and they had AI help the in betweens. That part where those frames touch, just make it look a little bit smoother, right? And that's what AI did. That didn't take somebody's job.
It's supposed to. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to enhance something, not take something away. Mm-hmm. That's all it is. Slightly enhance. It's cool. Yeah.
And that's not what it's
assist. Actually, no, I don't even like say enhance. I want to say assist. It's supposed to assist you. That's a better word I want to use.
That's true. All right. Like I said, we'll probably talk about that more later on when they get deeper into it. A lot of companies are using AI. Like I said, EA being the biggest one, but Call of Duty was caught doing it. And they're using AI not just for generative AI, just for coding and for images. They're also using it for voices. But we'll talk about that later, which is even more disgusting, in my opinion. But getting into kind of to the subtopics, the first thing I wanted to get into is the Xbox handheld, which came out, I think, about 2 weeks ago. Not came out, but the embargo lifted about 2 weeks ago. So you saw all your favorite tech streamers and YouTubers talking about the Xbox handheld, the Rogue Ally X and the Rogue Ally. I want to get the Ally X. Ain't gonna cap. Okay, I want that thing. I was very questionable on it before it came out. I thought it was gonna be, again, I said it earlier, I thought it was gonna be $800. It ended up being $1,000, which again is insane. But I've looked at some of the stuff that has the same specs and the same level of fidelity and stuff like that it has, and it's around a similar price point that you would get for that kind of power in it. But for the original Ally, the white one, they said everybody, all the people I've watched do the reviews said you might as well just buy yourself a Steam Deck. It's cheaper and it does the same thing. Okay, and the Rogue Ally is like $600, but you can get a Steam Deck for $350. You can get it on sale for like $200 if you catch it at the right sale, and you can have the same performance as the Ally. So I don't know. Xbox has been having some misses. Wait, like this is like ever since the Xbone, they have continually like had very small windows of positive press, and the Rogue Ally has not helped those small windows. This should have been a win. This should have been an easy win, and yet it was not.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it would have been an easy win at all because, like, the thing about the handheld, I don't think universally handhelds work for gaming. If I'm being real, because I think about this. I think about the reception of the Wii U, right? When the Wii U first was announced, we thought, is this a new controller? No, this is the console. The reception behind that, I kind of figured that they were going to go with that route, but they were just going to enhance it. Now the Switch is something that's interesting. I do mess with the Switch, as you know, the thing about it being like, you know, the handheld version, but it's still a console because you can make it a console and you got the option to make it a handheld too. But a lot of people will use it for the console aspect, which give you the option to do both. So that's why I feel like the Switch is successful in regards of you can do the handheld. But like if I were to like if I had the list of like, because you know they had the Switch for only the handheld version and then also the console version, I'm positive the console will outsell the handheld because that ultimately people like they want the console. Handhelds in general, and I just think about like how, like for instance, the PSP and the DS. You know, just think about those two for a second. Those two things were ahead of its time. We can honestly say the PSP, especially the PSP, and the DS were ahead of its time. Unfortunately, they didn't sell as much because what's it called? What's where I'm looking for here? It didn't appeal to the aspect as much for people is because some people just really want a game at home and have that sit down couch feeling instead of looking on the device smaller than that. That's the biggest thing to some people. All right, that's the biggest thing. So ultimately, I feel like handhelds are nice for niche game. It's a niche thing. That's the biggest thing about it. It's a niche thing. I love the aspect of it, but only a select few people really are going to dive deep into a handheld. Your PSPs, your DSs, your Nintendo Switch handheld only, and the Xbox Rogue. That's the Ally. I'm sorry. That's the thing about it.
What if I told you can buy a dock for your TV?
Then in that case, some people are like, why don't I? No, listen. This is what they're gonna say. Why don't I just buy the console?
But then you can't play. It's easier to play Steam and Epic Games on your TV.
Why can't I buy a PC or console? I'm just going over the aspect of other people where they would go.
I would argue for the
because
price. I'd agree with you. If it was $800, I would disagree. But for $1,000, I'd go.
1,000, like it was like for that thing is like because like I would just rather buy a console and then it defeats the purpose of being a handheld. The handheld's for we go to go part. Now I'm playing on a TV. Why didn't you just get a console? Like that's the thing about that.
You know,
so like that's the issue with that. So that's why I feel like I like the concept of handhelds, but it's for niche people in general. It's not everyone because like I'm sorry, a lot of people don't like going in public and being like this. And people are like some people like I'm talking about I don't care person, but some people like they don't like the judgment. People like, what are you doing? You know, like what is that? People think that's weird type thing, right? Not everybody looks at that in that way.
I told you when I brought my gaming PC out when I was at the airport, I felt a little weird. Not gonna cap, man. That's the only reason I want a handheld, because it's a little bit smaller, so like it don't look like I bring out the beast. I reach in my
But like some
bag and
people
bring
look
out
at
the
that.
beast, and it'd be like
Exactly. Some people gonna look at you like, man, you really just got the whole thing. Like,
no,
so that's
yeah.
what that's the concept of that stuff. And like, I don't personally care, but like that's what a lot of people like don't find that as a norm. Like it's a very, like I said, it's a very niche thing. That's why I feel like overall handhelds are I like me personally, us, we like handhelds, you know, because we're gamers.
Yeah.
A lot of people like, I would rather just play the game at home.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because since I've been traveling a lot more, like, we go to cons and everything too. I would like, it'd be awesome. Like, I could, come home, like, go to a con and be in the airport, and then go to my whole Airbnb or something like that. Hop on the game for a little bit. You know what I mean? Get a little, you know what I'm saying? But for most people, and I think like Xbox, and this is the problem with even their PC hybrids, is they're trying to shadow that line of hardcore and casual, which never works out. You have to make a decision at some point. If you want hardcore gamers, if you want that, then you have to make a console or make a product for that. If you want casuals, which I think PlayStation, that's what PlayStation is. PlayStation is for not saying casual's bad, but PlayStation's for casual gamers, right? You want to play you want to play exclusives, you want to play your Madden, your 2K, stuff like that, your Japanese games, you can go get that, right? Now, if you want to go play, you want to be like some gaming head, some dude that wants to get on the Steam sales, and like that. You want to have 200 games in your library that you may
That's
never
PC.
touch. That's PC. You kind of a little bit more hardcore, right? I'm not saying also PlayStation games are hardcore, but you get what I'm saying. Like most PlayStation gamers, I would say, again, I don't got no facts, but my assumption would be they play around, I would say at the highest 10 games a year. And that's like the highest person. The highest person is playing 10 games a year. The average person is playing maybe 4, right? Because $70, $70 a game. You don't have much time.
You need to use a game.
You have time. You don't have much time. If you get a multiplayer game like the Battlefields or the CODs or the Maddens or the 2Ks or the whatever, then you're gonna play. That's gonna have most of your time, right? And you might buy a game every 2 to 3 months. Again, that's 4 times a year. So so I think that's I agree. I think people were. It's funny because people were saying that, oh, we got misled. We got misled because the Xbox handheld can't play Xbox games natively. I don't know what made y'all think. What made y'all think that would happen? What made y'all think that? First of all, this doesn't even have a disk drive on it, right? Like I would, if this was like a Nintendo thing, like if Nintendo came with a new DS, right? And with the new DS was a similar size, because right now the cartridges for the Switch, you could argue, could be in a DS size, right? Basically the same thing, right?
Yes, and that makes me so mad every time I think about it. Every time I think about it.
Let's say they made a new DS and they said, no, you have to rebuy all the games. But you're sitting here like, it's a cartridge, the same size cartridge as the old DS ones. You can't put it on the new thing. No, you have to buy the game.
That made me so man. When I saw the Switch and I saw it was a cartridge, I'm like, cool. Wait. Why can't you let me do it? You're backwards compatible. Close.
It is not backwards
compatible. That close.
And like that's like that. I agree. Like that. So like that's like with the Xbox with no disc drive, and we've as someone as an Xbox guy, as someone who like they don't even have all the older Xbox, because it is very backwards compatible, the Series X, but because of licensing and because of other things, not every game can immediately just move over. The appropriate people have to be paid when the game moves from one console to another. So I don't know why the assumption that the handheld was going to come out and you were going to be able to play an Xbox game from 10 years ago on your thing just because you bought it once. Like you can't even do that on your Series X. You can't even do that on your Series X, and you thought the new handheld was going to be able to do that. I don't. That game game from 10 years ago didn't even have internet connectivity.
That's so funny because I recently, this is a little side tangent, but my sister, she has a PS5. Mm-hmm. She loved the Last of Us TV show so much. Mm-hmm. She's not a gamer. She bought Last of Us 1 and 2.
Wow.
She actually bought both the games that she wants to play, and I was watching her play it, and she was like, it's so funny because she grew up with me when me playing my PS2. She played my PS2 on occasion, but not too much. And she puts in Last of Us, and she says, "What do you mean update?" And I had to think about it. I'm like, she hasn't played the game. She doesn't know the fact that we have to download an update to even play it. She's like, if I have the game in front of me, I'll put it into my system. Why can't I play it? I had to explain to her that. And then me explaining to her that made me realize how fucking ridiculous that is.
Man, I remember and this is why I haven't been buying this is why I haven't been buying a lot of new games. is because they did. Remember how when they first was when I think it had to be Xbox One, PS4 ish. You buy a disc, you put the disc in, and you have to install it.
Yes. And it's like, what?
I said,
And
I
then
should just play
that
off the disc. Like I don't. Go ahead.
and that's another thing because like that's what I talked about this
Mhm.
early podcasting with you before. Companies are allowed to give half release games because they can just update it later.
Mhm.
You can get a product that's legit 60% done, and it won't be 100% until probably another 4 months from now.
Mhm.
But because you got to hit the release date, you got to go through. This is why 9 times out of 10 for a lot of games, I don't buy them on release. I wait till they go on sale and or just wait to hear some reviews about them because I don't want to be. I'm sorry, I gotta say about it. Cyberpunk. I knew from the jump that that game was not going to be finished. I saw the aspect of it. I saw how they was marketing it. I saw everything about it. I'm like, this game on paper is amazing. But you, on paper, with the time you gave the release to now, you're not going to be able to finish everything. And they didn't.
Nope.
And then everybody was like, every glitch, every bug that I saw was like it. And then now people say, Cyberpunk is amazing. Yeah, it took a year and a half for it to get to that point. There's too many companies that are allowed to release a game that's not fucking finished
Mm-hmm.
to us and then update it later.
Mm-hmm.
It's just too much.
First world probs. That's, it's funny. I talk about Cyberpunk. I always bring up that I got Cyberpunk and the DLC for $20 right before the new update came out. Because I remember they were Xbox was campaigning on it, and they were giving out sales like every other week because they didn't sell a lot because the game came out broken, and so right before the new update that updated and fixed everything, I was like, man, I said Cyberpunk is $20. I said, yeah, but ain't that game broken? But I said $20 is $20. It ain't that. I might still try it. If people still say broken, it's a decent game. So I bought it, and then a week later they said we fixed everything, and I said. I got what would be a $70 game for almost 60% off the week before they fixed all the problems with the game. Oh my gosh.
W-Mans.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy. It's actually crazy.
Hey man, I agree, man. It's like it's I think that's like it's a funny thing because I'm like in talking about the installing the games. I remember one time the Xbox game servers went off, right? And this PlayStation, that's happened to PlayStation a lot of times, right? And most games nowadays are online only. So there's no offline mode, right? And that's when, and I do believe that we need to keep physical games. Before I say what I have to say, I do believe physical games are important. The problem is the companies do not believe that physical games are important. So it does not matter. Xbox game services went off once, and there were games that I had on disc that would not play because the game service was off. And I said, oh, so this is how it works. So if they at any point they could choose, hey, whoop, your Xbox doesn't work anymore.
And why do you think I bought my PS2 and the GameCube? That's what I'm looking at right now again.
Hey man,
because I can still play those.
That's the only.
And I have legit. I think I got at least 40 games here for PS2 by the way.
Hey, that's the only protection, man. That's the only like back in the day because they didn't have that online requirement. You didn't have to have a day one patch for a game. You didn't have none of that. You could just put it in, boot it up, play. Can't do that no more. Right? That's why I mean with PC gaming, I said PC gaming, you could download the game to your thing. And that even they could still turn it off, but if it's an offline game or if it's certain games, you can literally just run it natively on your computer without any connection to servers or anything except for what's on your computer. And so I guess that's I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but I agree with you. Next thing is we're talking about NBA The Run. The official trailer. Yeah, I don't got YouTube Premium. Y'all see this? I ain't got no YouTube Premium. I got ads.
Nah.
Don't try to advertise me. NBA The Run. New trailer came out a couple days ago. I'm gonna talk over it a little bit probably, but trailer came out a couple days ago, and sparked a lot of discussions because I ain't gonna lie, man. We've been waiting on this. Okay, they dropped the teaser trailer a year ago. Teaser trailer was kind of ass, not gonna lie. But they brought the new trailer out, and they think is they keep releasing these little one-off arcadey, sports games. Okay, or they add them like FIFA had a little street version and I think the last one of the other FIFA they had in, right? They keep adding these little things, but not giving us what we want. Okay, and I don't think the run is gonna fill that gap. But I'll play the trailer for people who haven't seen it yet. I would hope the run fills the gap, but I don't think that the run's gonna fill the gap either. Um, but we haven't had a good like the fact that I looked it up one time. The Street Games was owned by a company affiliated with EA, and they shuttered that company, which is why we don't get Street Games anymore. Had nothing to do with sales or anything for the most part either. I just don't know, man.
This is a game where I feel like it won't be too bad. All I got to do is work with animate. I like the art design. I like the feel of what's it called? Of it being like NBA home court, NBA street type vibe with this cartoony feature. I just need to work on the fluidity. That's it.
I agree.
That's it.
It's not fluid enough. Honestly, I can't hear it. I know the people watching probably can and everything. I can't hear it. My biggest problem with this, well, my biggest concern, one, the music. The music was one of the best parts of all the street NFLs, the NBA, home court, home court. The one, remember it was it NBA the one? Is that the game called? You know what I'm talking about? I think it was called.
I vaguely remember that game.
That one. The best part of it was all the music, right? They use hip hop and stuff like that from the 90s, 80s.
Man, Volume 2, when we heard They Reminisce Over You, that's the first thing I think about.
That changed my playlist. That changed my gaming playlist. Not gonna lie. Heard that Volume 2? I said, let me put some of these 80s, let me put some 90s rap on this motherfucker. Okay, my gaming playlist changed from that, right? That's the first thing I'm concerned with. Second thing is, and I mean, these are some of the most popular basketball players in current times. I actually don't care. I want to play with Dr. J. If Dr. J not in this game, if big ass Dr. J not in this game, I don't really want it. Okay? Right? Like
he want to play as Larry Bird.
Come on now. That was one of the best parts of like playing like the street games is that you could play Larry Bird with LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Those games
with Anthony Hamilton.
Come on now. You could play and that was like the best part of those games, and like you could, those, the one-on-one battles. Like I'm interested in how deep they go into this. If this is going to be because it doesn't need a story mode. But it definitely needs some type of. I remember all the ones having missions and stuff like that, and they were just like beat LeBron James, and if you're down 5-1, like back in the day, like stuff like that, like that kind of stuff. Make the team that can beat this team, like that's something like that. They need a one-on-one mode. I need a one-on-one mode. I need that. Okay. I know it's probably not gonna have it, but I want game breakers. We're not getting those back, but I want game breakers. Like bring the arcade back. Bring the arcade back. That changed the culture.
Give me that boom shakalaka.
Come on now.
Give me that boom shakalaka, bro.
I don't know. What do you think?
I'm for it. Like I said, it has the potential where I want, because everyone's been asked about street games, and it's an element that I feel like we need that cartoony / like let's not be too serious. We need to like people remember NBA Jam. All right. People remember NBA Volume 2. All right. People miss that. We need to bring that back in the cash. Maybe it won't be as popular as, of course, your 2Ks and everybody, because everybody wants some VC and all that stuff. But you will still have people that support it, and you will see the love by certain community members. It's like, do things for the love, not for the money. That's the big thing that a lot of things have been lost for that, which is why I go towards more the indie game side of things more than the mainstream. But like, yeah. So with this game, I hope it does do well, and I hope it does get paused where it could be a great game, because I see potential in this game. Like we said, we both play NBA home court, like we loved it. We love Volume 2, and those are special games to our heart. This is that game that is kind of like that game, and we want it to actually succeed.
Hey man, if y'all don't remember home court, if y'all don't know about home court, I'm gonna have to show y'all something real quick. All right, if y'all don't remember the home court, all right, the boy, look, the boys was glistening. First of all, look at the boy, look how shiny this man's back was. He was working hard. Okay, you don't know who any of these dudes are by look. Okay, you can't tell me who the hell this is. Okay, that's Don Tarasi, but you don't know who the hell some of these people are. Okay, because it wasn't about that, right? Man, they had the WNBA players and the NBA players, and back in the day, no one complained about that. Okay, No one was like, no, I got to play as Candace Parker. Nah, Candace Parker was shooting threes from the other side of the court. Okay, let me. Okay, I'm getting too hype. All right, but if you don't remember home, you never played home court. This was that game. Okay. Yes. He went between the legs, tossed it to his homie over his head, and then dunked on him. Okay, he did that. Look at that dribbling. Look at oh my gosh. Oh no, he built up his game breaker by cooking him. Toss it up. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Did it? Hey,
he got the replay.
Hey, imagine you at home with your homie, right? And you trying your hardest to rip him. You going back and forth, and he just spinning you around like a top. Okay, only to when he finishes that. Toss it up, random dude, because for some reason the computer wasn't gonna cover him. Random dude just jumps up, dunks that joint, and now he hit the replay on you. You
gotta watch it.
You tell him, hey bro.
You try to grab his control, try to skip it. No, watch it.
Press skip. Nah, we watching the replay, bro. Hits him. This not even the most disrespectful part of this game. We about to get to it. I think because he didn't build up his game breaker, so you about to get to it, right? You got points for every single thing you did right here. It was important to keep hitting moves so you could build up that point score, right? His game breaker, but right, boom, there we go. Threw the ball around the court. See that +1. Hey, he's trying to get the 3 dunks. Boom, made it. Oh, did he hit the replay on you? Oh, cash money.
Fucking me.
I need to see a triple dunk, man. There we go, triple dunk. I need to.
Oh, it's the first thing you see.
Triple.
It just new,
bro. It got so disrespectful, man. This is like, I think it's like, and this is what made it good, because you would come from NBA Live or you come from 2K, which is more realistic, basketball, or EA, Madden, or NFL Live. Actually, NFL Live died very early, but you go play those games, and then you come play this, and you just have fun. Like it wasn't about, none of that. Jump off his back from the. Caught him with his knees. Pop it up. Golly. Oh my gosh. Why'd he do it to him?
Bro, I miss this game so much, bro.
Man. Look at Stephon Marbury and Channing Frye. Ooh, boom. Right. See, that wasn't enough, though. That wasn't enough. You could a game could change, but the game breaker, a game changed. Come on now. You just activated your opponent's game breaker. Boom. You're going to build. Oh, just punch him in the face. Oh, golly.
And spin move. Oh, my God. Wait a second.
This was just disrespectful. Hit him with the boom.
Boom.
Oh, they're not even hitting all the dunks you can hit on this, man. The dunks in here.
The game was too damn good.
It was just, the dunks in here was nasty. And they missed it, because what he should have did, because you could keep that game breaker going. When he goes up for that dunk, right there, pass it to him. You could go midway through a dunk, pass it to somebody else. Then he could go midway through the dunk. A third person would jump, pass it to him, and then still hit a double dunk.
We had too much, bro.
We
lost so much sauce.
Man, we don't have sauce no more, man. We don't have it, man. We don't, man. I miss it. That's why I feel like the run so far from the trailer and everything, it still gives, like, they're trying to go realistic street ball, and that's not what the people want. Home court was made because volume 3 we don't talk about. Volume 1 and volume 2 of NBA Street, very good, slightly realistic, very cartoony, very arcadey. They brought out home court because they want to let y'all know. They want to let y'all know that it's time to get down. Okay, it's time to be as ridiculous as possible. You got Diana Taurasi in there hitting you with the, and it was on GameCube. That joint was fire on GameCube too. Oh my gosh. See it.
Oh man.
Yes. Tell it that.
What we got?
All right, pick 10. Okay, we're gonna do one more thing. We're gonna do pick 10 games, then we'll do some viewer comments. This is one thing I want to talk about, and I might actually have to share my screen again because I stopped. I should have kept it, I guess. Is DCKO. Now, I don't know if you know about this. Marvel Token just came out. Right, well, it hasn't come out yet. But Marvel Token came out, right? DC has been on a string of L's with video games because of them. Because I think they're stupid. Warner Brothers is in hot water right now, right? Um, DC has been a string of bad games. Gotham Knights, trash. Um, they tried to do the I don't know why they did this with them, but the Suicide Squad game, trash, right? They had a Batman VR game, which I heard was actually decent, but it's a VR game, so it's not gonna sell well. Doesn't matter, right? Then, I think the last DC game that we got was Suicide Squad. Yeah, last DC video game was Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. So DC's been on a string of L's, okay? But they just released a new comic run, or they're releasing a new comic run called DC KO. Okay? People have been speculating that DC KO is a cover, or the first, what's the word? Not iteration, what's the word? Is a soft launch of a possible video game, possible fighting game. Okay. So DCKO story, the Heart of Apocalypse has transformed Earth into a hellscape in preparation for the return of Darkseid. The end of the DC universe is here. The Justice League's only chance to defeat Darkseid is to enter a deadly tournament, Mortal Kombat, an epic and over-the-top battle royale, Mortal Kombat, that will surprise you. The world's greatest heroes fight to become the champion to enter the ring against Darkseid. But there's a catch. The closer you get to the Heart of Apocalypse, the more it corrupts you, changes you into something dangerous. Which DC character has what it takes to make it to the end? Who is willing to what it takes to win it all, even if it means taking down their friends and family? You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. Okay?
Battle Royale for DC.
Does that not...
Imagine.
I said it ago, Mortal Kombat. Does that not sound like a synopsis for a fighting game? I just... it just...
See, as a Battle Royale.
Like the story mode is that you could pick one of your heroes and play, or the story mode is that they end up in this where you play. It's like the Mortal Kombat story. You play as a random one fighting somebody else, then them as you go and try and get to Darkseid to fight Darkseid and save the world or whatever, right? You play as your favorite heroes and favorite villains from different universes and different world, and that's how you get the skins. That's how you get the skins, like they did with the other DC fighting game. What was it called? Injustice. That's what they did with Injustice. You know what I'm saying? The different worlds with different skins. They can do all that. They can bring Superboy in. They can bring everybody in. To me, I agree. I agree with the skeptics. This looks like they soft launched in a fighting game. Start with the comic, and then a year, release the first trailer.
We need that.
I need that.
We need that. We gotta see how it goes. We hoping for the best, but like, we just gotta. I'm a person. I'm like, I believe when I see a type beat. Had too many things canceled, too many things pulled under the rug for me. So I'm gonna just wait on it.
They might be waiting to see if the comic is successful, but I don't think the comic needs to be successful. I think they need to pull the gun, shoot the gun, and just make the game. Make the game. I think if you make a DCKO, and it won't be like Marvel Token, which is Japanese, company or stuff like that. It won't be that, right? I think we get closer to a Mortal Kombat. We get closer to what Injustice was. We get closer to trying to think of another American style fighting game. We get closer to something like that. That's what DCKO ends up being. Yeah, Damar's like these aren't even all the characters in DCKO. These are DC all 32 contestants. There's all 32 tournament contestants and stunning characters. So these are all of them. We got Robin, current Robin. We got Red Hood, Black Lightning, Cyborg. We got like this is a solid roster right here. You show me this roster for a fighting game, I'm saying you're cooking. I'm saying you're cooking with grease. Even the way they're lined up, this looks like a fighting game. All I'm saying is it feels like that's.
It'd be some nice.
Hey man,
it'd be some real nice.
It would be nice. It would be nice to have. I keep stop sharing my screen. I probably could keep sharing my screen. For the last subtopic, for today, There's a trend going around about your top 10. Your top 10 games, I guess that your favorite games are the ones that define you.
The ones that define you could say like I feel like it's ones I didn't do favorite. I just did the ones that made me who I am.
Okay, you go first because I gotta think. I gotta think still. You go first.
Yeah, I think. All right. So I made mine. So I'm about to share my screen with y'all. So mine is right here on my stream. You can see. You just put up a random picture. You put 10 games. So I did Street Fighter 4.
Look at that fly ass nigga.
I did Street Fighter 4, Black Ops 2, Smash Bros on Nintendo 64, Tunic, Sonic Fighter Zero Gravity, MK Armageddon, Bullying, Sly 2, Kingdom Hearts, and Simpsons Hit and Run. I'm gonna go a quick little synopsis for like why I pick each one of these games. This one introduced me to the FGC. I would not be a commentator. I would not do voice acting. I would not do all the stuff that I do in FGC if it was not for this game. So that's why this one's on here. Black Ops 2, I told you I played that game until I was sick of it, but it's where I made the most memories with my friends. It's where I made the most friends. And it's the Call of Duty that I first got to play from release all the way until it ended. Tunic is the only one that's on here that's of the newer variety. Really changed my perspective of what gaming is. And it's a very special place in my heart because it showed me a lot of things and a lot of elements. I was like, man, this is really cool for a game. The amount of memories I just have with this with my cousin as a family, this game is just, it showed me a lot about being a competitor and pushing through when you can get your ass beat. All right. Because my cousin, he like 7 years older than me. He was always beat my ass when I was like 6. This is what got me into Mortal Kombat in general. And as you guys know, because I'm a commentator, this is my big one right here. So yeah. This is what introduced me into how big music plays into a game in general. I have so many songs from this game that is so special to me. And it's a good racing game, in my opinion. Sly 2, this is just a go-to-ass game. I don't need to understand. This is actually my favorite game of all time. Bully is the epitome of balancing a Grand Theft Auto and a childlike aspect. And the fact that when you go to class, people's like, oh, you actually got to go to class and go to school and whatnot. When you go to class, you get upgrades. Like, you learn how to spend money better when you go to math class. Like, that they really thought that out. Like, it was really cool. Simpsons Hit and Run. I love The Simpsons. And this game right here, racing, peak. I'll play it again. And this just makes me cry. This is a special-ass game. Kingdom Hearts, all your Disney characters all in one. And then also just the memories of everything you could do of you being a little kid who couldn't fight along with Disney characters. That shit too special, bro. That's my top 10, though.
Okay, that's a solid 10. That's a solid top 10. You know, I've realized, when I look at other people's lists and everything, I never played Sly Cooper. I realized I never played it. Now I remember,
I'm sorry. That's a very special PS2 game to me. I'm sorry.
I'm a good quick recap of my upbringing when it came to the people I hung out with that played video games. Okay, my dad didn't let me play aggressive games like shooting games and fighting games. So I played that at homie's house. Okay, because we was Christian household, we didn't do that, right? So one time I got Tekken Tag. I didn't get to play that till I was 16. Okay, I had the Tekken Tag tournament because it was too violent, so I wasn't able to play it. Okay, so first thing. Second thing, I hung out with with the blackety blacks. I mean the Madden, the 2Ks, the Call of Duties, the Halos. That's it. You wasn't playing nothing else. Okay, luckily, like my brother, we play a little other things. And I was friends with a couple people of the fair complexion, and so they played a little different things, But a lot of people I played was the blackety blacks. You pull out God of War around them, and they look at you like you got 3 hits. What the hell God of War? God of War? What you trying to? You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't do that. You know what I mean? Pull out a Japanese game. You know what I mean? They might look at you like you had 2 heads. I didn't know about them. Okay, I went to the store. I bought the games I wanted to buy. I went home. Okay, so I was lucky to find some other people who play different games. And once you got the GameCube though, that opened when you got a GameCube, that opened your mind to new games. In my opinion, the GameCube is what opened your mind to new games because they had the weirdest games on GameCube. Because I don't think they knew what to do with that thing. Okay, it was it was like on Drake and Josh music said spherical. It's spherical. It's like the same thing with the GameCube, okay? I don't think they knew what to do with that thing, okay? They put games on there that they would never put on another console, which they still have never put on another console yet. Nintendo hasn't. like Sonic Riders. They still have never put that on another console. Actually, no. I mean,
Sonic
sorry.
Riders on
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
PS2.
I mean after that. Like Sonic did that goes on GameCube. They never put on anything else. Like it was on the Wii. It was on. I think it was on 360 PS2. But like they haven't brought it back or something like that. But GameCube to me was a very special console. Very special console. Very special stuff on it. Um, but yeah, it wasn't until like I got to like playing Nintendo like the Wii and GameCube that
The Wii revolutionized this.
that I started like really like, oh, okay, there's other games out there besides Madden 2K, Halo, and COD. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Okay,
I wasn't aware.
I wasn't aware. Okay, I didn't know. Okay. All right. So my 10 games. Hey man, I'm gonna start out with a stunner. Okay, I'm gonna start out with something that I don't know if y'all was playing for real. I had to look it up because I remember what the name was. Okay, one of the games that defined me that I remember to this day is Timmy Turner Breaking the Rules. Okay, on
I
PS2.
vaguely
Hey man,
remember that game.
hey man, that's one of the first games that stumped me. One of the first games that stumped me was Timmy Turner Breaking the Rules. I forgot what part I got stuck on. Had to replay that like 4 times to try and get past. I started the game over from the beginning because I thought I missed something. I said I'm messing up. It's my fault. Started over from the beginning. And I still got cooked. 3 times. Still got cooked. I got to that part. I said, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Let me out. I'm tired. I can't break the rules. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. Two-turn breaking the rules. Amazing game. That's probably not what the reviews say. I don't know how it was reviewed. People probably thought it was trash. Me, it was a good game that that was very hard for no reason, in my opinion. Maybe it was because of my age. Like Breaking the Rules came out in 2003. Maybe I think I was like 5 or 6. So maybe that's why. I feel like I need to revisit it as an adult. Maybe I'll do better. But at that time, it was the hardest game of my life. That was my Dark Souls. Okay, Breaking the Rules was my Dark Souls.
This is my 13th piece
13th piece of right here. Okay. Next one is probably Madden 10. Madden 10 or Madden 08, one of those two is probably like my
Madden 08 for real,
probably
yeah.
one of my next ones. Like I tell people all the time when I used to play Madden, I'm a big football guy. I would recreate my entire football team. I mean, person for person in Madden, and then recreate the entire playbook in it. And then I would do a dynasty with that team. And so I would do that. That's how I play Madden. Um, and that was it. Was like that's actually how I learned football too. I learned concepts. I learned so much about this game that I am a football coach now. I learned so much about the game of football just from being in Madden and actually really playing it. Next would have to be just in my brain, I just forgot it. Sonic Riders. Sonic Riders is that's a top 3 game of all time to me. Top 3 game of all time. I feel like I should show a clip because I feel like some people just don't understand how fire Sonic Riders was. Okay, Sonic Ride, the story mode, fire. Challenge mode, fire. Oh my gosh, versus fire. Okay, Sonic Riders, one of the best games to ever exist that Nintendo hates. I think Nintendo hates that game. I think they actually hate that they made that game, and so we'll never get it.
Well, Sega made it though.
True, but they only launched on it. It's like I mean that's not they didn't only launch it. Sega hates the game. My fault. Sega hates the game. Sega hates it.
Sega, and what's it called? Sega played. We had it. It's on
Sonic
GameCube,
Team?
PS2.
Yeah, the Sonic Team, I think they're called or whatever.
Sega Sonic Team. Sega is on GameCube, PS2.
They hate it. They must hate it because we've been asking for years. Then they come out with Sonic Riders EX, which is okay. It was okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay. But Sonic, I just want to remaster. I don't need a Sonic Riders 3. Remaster it. Maybe the game files are gone. Maybe it's one of those situations where they've lost the game files. Hopefully not, because I'll bring them up myself. I'll go back in time and save them.
I'm about to say, where is my Sonic Riders Zero Gravity?
Yeah, Zero Gravity. Yeah, Sonic Riders Zero. Actually, Zero Gravity was pretty solid too. I think Zero Gravity probably better maps.
I like Zero Gravity better because I have more memories with it. Sonic Rider itself is very good to me, but Zero Gravity is just like I have way too many. Like I said, I have like 4 songs from that game. Like I love that game too much, bro.
I think Sonic. I think I remember Sonic Riders more just for the story mode and stuff like that. Again, it's one of those things where like I like a good story mode. Hate to say it. It's one of those things. I played the story and I said, man. First I was like, why is Sonic on the board? But then I watched the story. I said, I get it now. I get it now. I would too. You know, it's just cool. Sonic did it because it was cool. He's like, yeah, I could run faster, but you know, this is fucking cool. I like that. I mess with that. I like Sonic. The next one, the TMNT Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game from 2012. I've beaten that game many times. 2012 was it 2012? Okay. Not that one. That one's Go to 2. That one's Go to 2. But it's the TMNT game. Yes, that one.
This is 2007.
2007? Oh, I didn't play that till 2007.
Yes.
Man, I did. I mean, I don't know how old I am, huh? But 2007. I love that game. I actually beat it recently. Actually, no, recently as in a year ago. I went back and replayed it. I went back and replayed that game because I loved it so much. It's a fun game. I have memories with that because that's around the time that the movie came out.
Yep.
That's around the time the movie came out, and they dropped that after it. And so I remember playing it. It did not have great reviews. I don't care. I don't care.
I give 0 fucks.
I don't care. It did not have great reviews. A lot of people didn't like it. I get it. We're all haters. Everyone wants to hate on a good game, but that game was fun. Unless I'm thinking of, maybe am I thinking of this game? No, I'm not thinking of that game. Yeah, it has to be that one. It's definitely that one.
Is that that game came out when the movie came? The movie came out in 2006, 2007. Yeah. So that game came out like 2008.
Yes. And I remember people were hating on it. That's the first time because you got to play as Raph when he went rogue. You know, he had his whole Batman phase. That was fire. It's such a good game. That's such a good game. And I do feel like the reviews are bad for it though. TMNT was it 2007, right? 2007 game. I feel like the reviews are bad for it. Yeah, 6 out of 10 on IGN, 58% on Metacritic. Yeah, I don't care. Y'all are haters. The
game's great.
Fun game.
I might play it right after we're done with this.
Come on now. Fun game. I think I did beat it like a year ago though. Because I was just like, let me get that feeling back. let me just get that feeling back.
I need that feeling.
And then you got the bobbleheads now. Oh man. Okay, anyway, so that's when you had cheat codes in games still. All right, so I'm at 5, I think. We said Madden 08. TMNT, Timmy Turner breaking the rules, Sonic Riders. Next one, Wii Sports. Wii
Sports is very important to a lot of people's character development.
You're not lying about it. That was that game. Okay, I put many hours in the beating mat, put many hours in the bowling. Wii Sports was phenomenal.
Yes.
Let me see what else. I'm trying to speed through these last 5. Halo 2. I actually really liked the campaign for Halo 2. I didn't care too much for multiplayer at most Halos anyway. But the campaign of Halo 2 was defining for me. I think it's one of the first Halos I really played through fully and like paid attention. And so love Halo 2. Skyrim, that was my first fantasy adventure like big game. And so like that's my first big boy game, man game. Okay. Like everything else was kind of like, blackity black, or I'm playing this game because it's cool.
Blackity black.
But Skyrim was that first game I borrowed from somebody and never gave it back to him. And I never asked for it back. He never asked for it back. I got his 360 copy, never gave him back Skyrim. Beat it like twice. Fun game. Love Skyrim. Need for Speed Most Wanted. Need for Speed, the original, not the new one. I put so many hours into Most Wanted. Need for Speed Most Wanted was amazing. That one, honestly, I could put Hot Pursuit too. I could put both of them. Need for Speed Most Wanted and Hot Pursuit could technically both make my list.
Yeah, Most Wanted right here,
amazing. Oh my gosh, Burnout Paradise. That's my 9.
I remember Burnout Paradise.
Burnout Paradise is my 9. I bought any game that I bought DLC for is probably like would make this list. But Burnout Paradise is one I played probably over 100 hours in before I counted my hours. Burnout Paradise is amazing. Again, one of the best racing games to exist in my opinion. I realize people have mixed opinions about it. A lot open world racing game. We have to get new cars by totaling the cars that they race by you. Catch up to them, total them, get them. DLC was an entire new island with like 10 new cars or whatever. How many new cars you got? A new island. You could just ride around, and listen to the radio. Ride around, listen to the radio, man. That's a great time. And the last game has to be Destiny. Like that's probably my newest one on the list. But has to be Destiny. I sunk almost 15 years in that game. I've been playing Destiny since I was a sophomore in high school, I think. I think Destiny 1 came out. I think I was a sophomore in high school. Destiny 1 release date. Yeah, 2014. So that was I a sophomore? I graduated. Yeah, no, I've been playing Destiny 1 since the beta. I'm like that's why me and Kirito go hand in hand. That's why me and my boy Kirito from Sword Art Online go hand in hand, because I was a beta player too. Okay, I've been playing Destiny 1 since the first beta, which actually I think dropped in 2013 or early 2014. I played through that entire beta solo. I've been through the trenches with Destiny. Okay, through the trenches. All right. Some of y'all think y'all was really in there. I was in there. Okay. I was in there. I had every exotic. I beat every raid. Okay. Actually, I think I'm missing 2 exotics. But from Destiny 1, I'm missing 2, baby. But I had almost every exotic. I beat every raid. Okay. Hardest difficulty, lightest difficulty. I've been in 2 different clans. I done done everything. That's why Destiny 2 is such a disappointment. But Destiny 1 makes my list for sure. Destiny 1 makes my list for sure. That's my 10. That's my 10. Maybe I'll post it if I remember. If I remember after when I'm editing this, I will post it with a picture. But I have to remember to do that while I'm editing this podcast. But
I'm gonna just send you my posts right now, and then you'll see it, and then you'll be like, okay, maybe I should make it.
I'll have to make it. I'll make it a post. I don't even know where I'm gonna. I guess I'll post it on Twitter. I don't even know where I would post that. Second to last thing we'll do is we'll do viewer comments real quick. Let's see. If anybody, this is for, again, people, if you're watching on YouTube, then, if you want to have some live comments and talk to us live, then, head over to Tento's Twitch and subscribe to him so that when we go live, you can have some chat. But we'll see if anybody in chat said anything interesting. The new Sonic racing game has included boards just for him, so I hope he bought it. I did not. I don't even know how much
they did have boards just for that. Yeah,
I don't even know how much that game is. I don't want it to be included. I want everybody on the board. Okay, I want everybody on the board. I want the story mode. Bring back silver. Silver on that bit was cool. That's the coolest silver's ever been. That's the coolest silver has ever been, was when he was in that game. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't even know what the Sonic racing game is. New Sonic racing game 2025. What's it called? Sonic Racing Cross Worlds.
The Sonic Race Cross, what they said they brung. There's some things where you can actually bring out the board that you can play on the board. And I was like, you know what? That's pretty cool.
I'm trying to say, how much does this cost? $70. Will not see me. Will not see me. $70 will not see me. I hate to tell you, not happening.
So, sorry to say this, but I'm not going to be hanging around, Bucko.
If when it goes on sale, I might grab it, but I will not be buying that game for full price. That is not happening.
It's not happening, brother.
Not happening. But what's my bigger problem is, side note, kart racing games to me are niche. And I don't think we talk about that enough, but it's a niche audience, because the only kart racing game that 90% of kart racers play is Mario. So like outside of that, it's really hard to like get into kart racing casually because most people don't play the game. So I don't know what the numbers look like for the Sonic racing game, but I am not enthusiastic about it. See, anything else we have on here? Let's see. K-Scan did curse. K-Scan did curse said PS3 had Steam, but it was way too innovative for the time period. It was introduced and was ultimately dropped. Yeah, I agree with that. PS3 was also too expensive. There's people have that conversation online about. That's also one of the reasons why it lost a generation. It added a lot of stuff to it that at the time people did not care about. Like Steam was not that big of a deal when the PS3 first dropped for the casual gamer that's playing console games.
The casual gamers that didn't care, bro.
They did not care. Now more of them pay attention to Steam, but that's because everybody, IGN posts about it. I think they probably did then too, but back then when PS3 came out, there was still cheat codes still existed. So like I wasn't really watching I wasn't going to IGN. Like Game Informer, I would read it in the game store, in the GameStop, but I would not buy it. If that makes sense. Like I'd buy a cheat code book and then go home. Like I don't, you know.
Cheat code book and leave. Take it or leave it. I'm leaving with it.
Xbox doesn't see PlayStation as a competitor. They want to be bigger than the space and be seen more as an overall platform from Inferno Ant. Yeah, I did see that. Whoever the CEO is, I can't remember his name. He released a statement saying that they do not compete with PlayStation. They compete with TikTok and YouTube or TV. And that's what I mean when I say this isn't Phil's fault. So when I say this isn't Phil's fault, there's a total misunderstanding of the gaming space from like the top down in Microsoft. There was a misunderstanding of the gaming space.
That misunderstanding costs everything.
Hey, man, it's costed everything.
Man.
Inferno and but Kirby Air Ride, which is kart-esque. Is Kirby Inferno Ant? Is Kirby Air Ride? Does it have like a lot of people playing that game? Is that like a very popular game?
I'm gonna try it out, but like it's definitely interesting. I want to see it.
Actually I'm price. How much is Kirby?
He said, "Look at the price."
How much is Kirby Air Ride? How much does that cost? First of all, it's only on the Switch. Is it only on the Switch? Okay.
Is it? It might. Oh damn! It might be.
Yeah, it won't see me. It's $70. That will not see me. That will not see me. $70. That will not see me. I don't. What? That would not see me. $70 for a Nintendo Switch 2 game. No, I'm not kidding. Not, you know, that okay, that's dragging a little bit. $70 for a kart-esque racer game that is limited to Switch 2 only players, which I need to see their numbers for how many of those players play online. I need to see that chart because I doubt it. I feel like it will take you 5 minutes to find a match online. I feel like that.
Time will tell.
It's also packed with features, but yeah, I just don't see people playing it.
The justifiable meaning of the $70 of them.
I don't see
that's $70 crazy.
$70. If this was a $40, if this was a $30 game, I would maybe. $70 for a game that will be dead in 6 months. I'm not.
70 schmackerinos.
I'm not. It's not happening. All right. Well, want to thank everybody for that. Stop the Nintendo stream to go ahead and watch it live. And for people on YouTube who made it this far, just know that I love you. Heart goes out to you, buddy. Sudden gay. I love you. Okay. Appreciate y'all for making it this far. If you enjoy what you've watched, please drop a like, a comment, subscribe, all that. If you don't like what you watch, hey, comment anyway. I don't care. You know, I want to, comment anyway.
Engagement.
Tell me what you think. All right. But this was episode 3 of the All Street Podcast, bi-weekly podcast that we will try and be more consistent with. We just both been busy the past couple of weeks, so we haven't been able to get anything out. But football season's over for me, so I got a little more free time. Yeah, we appreciate you guys stopping by and checking out the pod, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.